Here we are at the bottom of Shadow Legion turn 3. It was a much more profitable round for the Shadow Legion this time. They got to do a little bit of mayhem. Okay, first, my Marauder Cavalry are currently occupying this giant goddamn dwarf brewery. What this does is whenever one of these things is contested, it will run away from the attacking unit. My army being the attacking army. So, since I was in front of it, this one that his hammers had come up to had fled out of his control for now. It won't do a lot, but it's just there to kind of throw a wrench in his plan. Same thing happened to this one since it was over here in the forest. He did manage to get one back here, so that's pretty much his. This one's kind of just meandering up. These two meandered up onto the bridge. This one cleared the river, and this one over here is close to the edge. It'll probably get off in another turn or two unless the dwarves manage to grow wings. Magic was a bust because he dispelled my spell with one of his runes. The Hell Cannon missed again. The real pleasure was in close combat. Postulates and his Honor Guard came up against the Longbeard unit, and the challenge was a bust. My champion, whose name is Nur, went up against the Battle Standard Bearer, but died. However, the Chosen managed to rout the Longbeard unit, and that panicked the Thunderer unit.
Nothing like rolling 3 12s in a row.
Yeah, he rolled double six, and then whenever the Thunderers had to panic, double six. It was pretty horrible. And the Tribe of the Blooded Axe has reformed for more digging in style combat than dishing it out. They've lost their frenzy already, and in Warhammer there's no way to get it back. So they're going to try and hold up this unit here for as long as they can. Oh, and I still have a hero here who now has nothing standing between him and a cannon. I just realized that kind of sucks. So, uh-oh. Oh, well, he hasn't been doing anything anyway. His primary purpose was to help the Iron Demon. It's gone now. So, we're coming up on Dwarf turn 3. We'll see what happens.
Be quiet now! No irritation! No, not the slide!
6 inches away from each other.
Alright, here we are at the bottom of Dwarf turn 3. We have kind of realized that the game might be a little bit out of the Dwarf's reach, but we're going to finish anyway because, model-wise, we're kicking the shit out of each other and it's fun, but victory point-wise, it looks like dwarves are probably going to come up short, but we'll see what happens. See here, what happened? This combat happened again. He killed more Marauders. I killed nobody because he had some awesome saves, but home for work. I just realized I got her boobs and not her face. What's this? Oh, Cannon blew up the Chaos Dwarf Sorcerer, so he's happy about that. These guys overran into the building, so they took out the bolt thrower that was there. And the center of his army rallied, so they get to take another crack at everything. So, not immensely exciting, but we're coming up on turn 4. Okay, here we are at the bottom of, top of turn 4. Marauders failed by 1. They only needed 1 more kill to win, too. So they broke and they ran off the board, so the Tribe of the Blooded Axe has left the field. No doubt they will face the wrath of Zuriel whenever they get back to base camp. Marauders reformed and hoping to help that combat, but a little too late. Oh, excuse me. Pestilence came out of the building. These guys shot at the cannon and missed. Or actually, they hit, but they just couldn't do anything to it. We got one wagon off.
Have you seen that? Like,
no.
Oh my God. Replay.
Wow. Spider kitty, spider cat.
Yeah.
Over here, his dwarves actually were not close enough to get them to go off the board, so he's going to have to spend another turn moving back in order to get that to work. So it wasn't an overly exciting phase, but we've got some good setup for the bottom of turn 4 here, so here we go. Okay, here we are at the bottom of turn 4. The dwarves systematically eliminated 3 units in the past 2 turns. No more Tribe of the Blooded Axe, no more Cult of Shurnail, and there's only 1 guy left to the Demented Princes of the Wind. So the Shadow Legion host is actually looking very piddly. Really all that's left is Norse Gazire up here and the Pestilence. However, those 2 units are going to be pretty rock solid and shouldn't be able to get beaten too easily. Victory point wise, Shadow Legion is still up, but they don't really have a whole lot of units left to claim objectives, so I'm not sure what's going to happen here. We'll see what happens though. Going into the top of 5. That's the Shadow Legion. Okay, here we are at the bottom of the top of turn 4, the end of to the top of turn 4, whatever. Yeah, Shadow Legion came out swinging. Magic Phase was a dud again. 2 spells dispelled. Pustulus just doesn't want to do anything apparently. Although kudos to the Dwarves for their good dispel roll. Hell Cannon decided to fire at a different target. He's been aiming in at this area and hasn't been able to hit anything. He fired over here and managed to scatter onto one of the wagons and blow it to pieces. So 1 less wagon over there and another point for the Shadow Legion. This guy, there's nothing left of his unit. He's under 25%, so he has to keep fleeing. So he fled a whole 3 inches. He's not eager to get off the board apparently. And the Chosen came onto the wall here and made a butchery of the Longbeard unit here. Funny thing, rule that we just found out, the hold your ground or the last stand rule or whatever it is that standards get killed whenever they flee apparently applies to the battle standard bearer. Didn't realize that. I thought that he was a hero and he survived until he died, but apparently if a unit breaks with a battle standard bearer in it, battle standard bearer goes away. At least that's how I read it. If you think this is wrong, by all means, tell me. But, yeah, according to the passage we just found, that applies to the battle standard bearers as well. So, it changes the strategy that we've been doing with our battle standard bearers for the past year or so. He broke, because he rolled an 11 on a steadfast 9 leadership, which sucks. His leadership tests are not going for him today. And I got another wagon off the board, so I've got 3 killed and 2 captured. Dwarves are beating my ass, but victory point wise, I am winning. So it's probably going to be Shadow Legion victory, but bragging rights are going to go to the Dwarves. Coming into the bottom of turn 4. It's nothing else but fantasy. It's make-believe. Okay, here we are at the end of bottom of turn 5, since I apparently got my numbers mixed up last time. We're on the end of turn 5. Cannon tried to fire at the Hell Cannon again, but misfired twice due to its rune of
Forging.
Whatever. Only rolled a 4, so it's okay. It just can't fire this turn or next turn.
Oh
yeah, it is done for the next game. Ugh, didn't even think about it. Reread some rules about buildings. Guys are actually further off than I thought. My guy should have ran off the first turn, and then he would have left on my turn, so he's gone. And then his unit's way up there. Did they rally? Did you try and rally them?
I didn't.
No, we just go ahead and try and rally them now. I don't think you did.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, they rally. They're fine. Okay, so yeah, because we figured out that they had to run, so they ran, and then we didn't do the rally. So they rally. You can turn them around or whatever. His warrior unit came out of the brewery, and the Chosen made a valiant stand here. They're actually garrisoning the wall. We're treating that as I guess that was just supposed to be an obstacle. We probably shouldn't have been garrisoning it at all, but whatever. We do what we want. They're on the wall, but I am not trying to put that unit on that wall because they will fall the fuck over, and I will be upset because they're metal and they'll break because metal's fucking brittle. Thank God they changed the fine cast. So yeah, we're coming up on the top of 6. I just got a couple more wagons off, so I've got 11 points. He's going to have...
None.
Now you'll get it this turn. 6. Yeah. So, looks like it's going to be a Shadow Legion victory, but we'll see what else happens here. Okay, here we are at the end of the top of turn 6. We're just calling the game. It is the Shadow Legion victory with 2, 4, 6, 8. Shadow Legion managed to capture 11 points. The dwarves at the end have 4.
I would have had 4.
You have 5 because you have control of that one.
Okay, fine.
So you have 5. So Shadow Legion wins the Disrupt the Supply line. Turn 6 was a little bit explosive. Hell Cannon decided that it wanted to tear off and come after that unit over there. The Plague Notto finally went off from Pustulates because he miscast, so he didn't wipe that unit, did he?
No,
There's
didn't
one
wipe
model
any
left.
unit.
He left one model left in that unit, but he did take the Rune Lord out of it. So we'll have to see at the end of that. We'll have to see here in a couple seconds if that character is available for the rest of the campaign. He took a couple models out of here, killed about 50% of that unit, and killed one model out of here. So the Plague Notto was pretty productive. It did do a good number. If we would have played this phase, nothing really would have happened though, so we're just going to call it. He did nearly destroy himself. He took out, I didn't remove the models, but he took, oh no, that's right, the Chosen saved all of their, the Chosen have the 4+ ward save from their Divine, or from their Chosen of the Gods rule, so they managed to save all 5 wounds that they were going to take. Pustulates took a wound from his Strength 10 hit, and I rolled a 6 on the Dimensional Cascade result, so I would have lost more dice, and he did not get sucked into the portal. But he did have 2 wounds on him, so he got his ass kicked this game. That's it. This game is over. We're going to call it here. So, over here, on Disrupt the Supply line, the Chaos was victorious. Moving on, what that means is since the dwarves are minus some supplies, they're going to be a little malnourished. So to represent that in the next game, they're going to be at -1 leadership. The next game is going to be a 2,500 point Blood and Glory. It's called We Meet at Last. Zuriel is going to make himself known, and he's going to show himself to the son of the Rune Lord that he's attacking. So it's going to be quite the standoff. What we do now with the rule we have with this campaign is we call it Casualties of War. Basically, we roll to see if our characters can come back. Not a huge deal for some, but our custom characters, if they die, it could kind of upset us. So, you want to go ahead and do yours. Use remove the 0 casualty, or 0 wounds, so roll a d6.
Okay.
6, no effect, so he's fine. He went down to the Plague Notto, but he didn't die. He just got malnourished and
You're a Chaos Lord?
somehow. Now we have to roll for, I don't even know where I put him, but we have to roll for Mr. Azoth Vale. He caught a cannonball to the face, so let's see what happens. 2. He died. So that cannonball blew him to pieces. Kablooey. So Azoth Vale will not be joining us again. What we do here, if the character dies and it's not a special character, we cannot field a character built exactly like that again. So we can't use that exact build. So like, if I had a certain talisman and a certain weapon, I couldn't field that same hero with the same marks and the same gear again, just to make sure that it's not the same exact character coming back, just with a different name. So it'll actually be kind of difficult for me, because Azoth Vale was actually completely bare. He was bare minimum, just a level 1 wizard. But I guess that just means I can't use the name again. But anyway, so that's our game. I hope you enjoyed it. We had a lot of fun playing it. It was interesting, fascinating little scenario that we found online. I'd love to be able to tell you where to find it, but I really don't fucking remember. So yeah. Anyway, this is Anomaly of Awesome signing off with another win for the Shadow Legion.
No one ever dares to speak, it's nothing else but fantasy. One day all will come to